Hey everybody, just wanted to walk through really quickly how we can sort of mimic or mock real-time indexing with a given input stream using FFmpeg. So this could be a flat file or something like a real-time stream coming from the web. Essentially what we're going to do is hook up FFmpeg to that input and then chunk it out in some predefined time segments using a running worker, and then we'll have a consumer that continually checks for completed chunks and then sends them for indexing to 12 labs. All of this will sort of be in the zip file here with the README for you guys to go through. So the first piece here is the chunker, and essentially we're going to take some input stream or video, and then we're going to chunk it out into some segment time. Here I've just fixed it to 60, but you could sort of make this whatever you want. And then we're going to have a chunk consumer. Here, because we need to write the chunks to file before we can send them, which is sort of a requirement right now for indexing 2.0 and the current iteration of the TL API that we have. We're going to create a sort of watchdog file system event handler to sort of just watch a given directory. And then whenever a new chunk is created, we'll just sort of monitor that chunk and wait for it to complete before we actually send it for video indexing in 12 labs. So what I'm going to do here is first just start up the chunk consumer, I'll pass in my index ID and then the video directory I want to write the chunks to, and then it will watch for the new video chunks. And then I want to essentially commence chunk consumption or commence chunk production with the chunker here, and then I'll specify the outputs directory, which is the same as this video directory here. And then this real-time rate is just essentially how fast I want to read the input video or stream, just to make things a little bit simpler for the demo. So I'll start running that, and then you can see that we detect that the video is created here, and you can see we're consuming at 10x real time, and then we'll just monitor and wait for this to be completed. And then once it's completed, you can see that that chunk is completed, and we upload it for indexing to 12 labs. So if I just refresh this page here, you can see now that we actually have 2 chunks coming in, and this will be the third that we'll have here in a second. And then this will continue for as long as that stream is going on, or until we hit the end of the video file or the stream is terminated, whatever it might be. And since these are around minute videos, the sort of lag time here is probably around like 30 seconds maybe, from the time that the video hits indexing to the time it completes and it's searchable. So then you could start doing stuff downstream for the real-time stuff, and we'll sort of just sit here until this first one completes, which shouldn't take too long. And then we're almost actually done with the chunk process. So we just finished chunking Big Buck Bunny, and now we're just sending the last one up to 12 labs right now for indexing. We'll just sit here and wait till this first one is done. And it looks like this one completed. So now we're done, and we could go ahead and search or do whatever we want on this. And this is using a Pegasus and Marengo index. Starting in indexing 3.0, it'll be possible to actually change some of the internal inferencing logic to actually hook this up to a real-time stream and create some real-time indexing.